What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today we're using a Mega Skarmory team. This team is created by a friend of mine, Aquamoth, always makes great teams. Thank you very much for making this one. And this team has a lot of interesting stuff going on. First of all, Mega Skarmory. When it Mega Evolves, it becomes a lot more offensive, a lot faster, a lot stronger, and has the ability Stalwart, which doesn't do a lot, but it allows you to ignore redirection. So Follow Me, Rage Powder, in theory Lightning Rod, but we don't have an electric move. All those just get ignored, and whoever you target is who you're targeting. We've also got a Sneasler on this team, which can coach the Skarmory to bring its attack and defense even higher, giving it just the ability to do crazy damage. We've also got a Garchomp who can Earthquake next to Skarmory, a Whimsicott who can set up Tailwind for the Skarmory, and keep in mind this is an Expert Belt Whimsicott, so these Moonblasts and Grass Knots, if they're super effective, are doing a ton of damage. What a wild set. Pelipper here for some weather control. Skarmory obviously doesn't like to see Charizard, so it's nice to have that there. But we do have Rock Slide on Skarmory, which can do a significant chunk. And then we've got a very fun Dragonite set. This Dragonite can just Mega Evolve and spam Hurricane and Dragon Pulse in the rain that Pelipper sets and just be a Mega Dragonite if you want to flex that over the Mega Skarmory. And you can also bring both. But also, it's a very interesting set because it has Inner Focus in its base form and Whirlwind. This is the Trick Room answer on the team. If the opponent is going to use Fake Out plus Trick Room, what you can do is you can just not Mega Evolve your Dragonite, Inner Focus will make sure you don't flinch, and Whirlwind has higher priority than Trick Room, so you can just Whirlwind them out before they get it set up. They're forced to swap to a random opponent, and then they don't have their Trick Room, and you can just go from there. Very cool set. Hopefully we get to use that a lot because there are a lot of Trick Room teams on the ladder these days. But anyway, here's the stats if you want to see them. Let's jump into it. Alright, this is interesting. It looks like a possible Trick Room team. Maybe with a Psy-Spam component. That's the only reason I would think you would want Male Meowstic on this kind of team. But it also has a Typhlosion lead as an option, which is really scary. Particularly if they do, like, Meowstic Typhlosion. That would be really bad. But this seems like a job for Dragonite a little bit. Being able to Whirlwind out whoever the Trick Room setter is. I do fear Gardevoir. And I think I need Pelipper. I guess Skarmory can make things more difficult for Gardevoir. I can use Dragonite just as regular Dragonite, bring Pelipper in the back. And finally, I guess it's Sneasler? Something additional for the Gardevoir. Having a Fake Out is good until they set up Psychic Terrain, I guess, which might be part of the plan. Sneasler Dragonite might actually be a better lead, but I'm going to go with this. I get the feeling I may have to pull out Skarmory if they go with like a Sun team lead. But let's see what they're doing. They've got a lot of flexibility on their squad, which is really cool. Meowstic Reuniclus. Okay. So we can use our Inner Focus and Whirlwind out the Reuniclus. I don't hate that. And then I'll just launch an Iron Head at Meowstic for some damage. Yeah, because I think they're going to want to go for Fake Out, potentially, and Trick Room, or maybe set up Psychic Terrain if they're not worried about Reuniclus getting knocked out, and go for Trick Room. I don't want them to get Trick Room. There's a Fake Out into Dragonite, very nice. 3 damage on Meowstic. Not quite half, but Brave Bird should finish it from there. And yep, they're going for Trick Room. Get out of here. Not allowed. And into Gardevoir. Okay. Well, now you know I'm Inner Focus. Yup. Beautiful. I'm going to send this Iron Head right at Gardevoir this time. And I feel like I do need to protect a Dragonite. I could also Brave Bird Meowstic here and just protect Dragonite. Meowstic might also have Trick Room. Like, all three other Pokemon that they've brought could have Trick Room. I'm going to go for Iron Head onto Gardevoir. Do I think that KOs? Got a lot of attack. I think I'm willing to launch a move with Dragonite here into Meowstic. Yeah, Gardevoir just protected anyway, good. Well, not good if they are going for Trick Room here. No, they're going for Psychic. That's fine. Oh, that's perfectly fine. And this shouldn't KO, but the next one would. Oh, Citrus Berry. No, not gonna get the KO there. You know what? That's fine. Iron Head Gardevoir, I'm willing to protect this time. Gardevoir doesn't typically carry a move that can really hit Skarmory that hard. Our special defense isn't the worst in this form. And Meowstic totally would have gone for Trick Room there if it had it, right? Alright, here's some free damage on Reuniclus, I guess. They're scared of the Iron Head getting a one-shot. Which, I guess, fair. Good damage, Skarmory. And Expanding Force. Alright, Skarmory, you can take that. No problem. Alright, here's the deal. Brave Bird is 50% stronger than Iron Head. Iron Head just did 40% to Reuniclus. Brave Bird should do 60% to Reuniclus, but it's a damage roll. And I'm not going to KO Meowstic with Dragonite anyway, so actually, why don't I double up? If the Brave Bird gets the KO, Dragon Pulse will shift over. If it doesn't get the KO, we get the double up, and if they protect Reuniclus, they get a free Expanding Force. Alright, they're not going for that. Cool, 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 cool. Get the KO. Oh, that damage roll's crazy! They have a whole 5% left? What the heck? Alright, everybody eat this. That's not so bad. Very supportive Meowstic, I guess. And no more Reuniclus. That's a strong Expanding Force user right there, so watch out for that. I can Brave Bird Meowstic. I can. Oh, hello, Torkoal. Oh, I'm cool with that. I don't go down to an Expanding Force here, so why not just bring in Pelipper and try to get the Hurricane KO on Meowstic. Yeah, because then if I get a KO here, I win the Weather War, unless they swap out Torkoal as well on this turn. Or if they set Sunny Day this turn with Meowstic, that is a possibility. Ooh, Helping Hand onto the Expanding Force. Is that going to KO Dragonite? I want to say no, but... Whew, it was a close one. Alright, but we win the Weather War here. As long as this KOs, I think it does. Might not. Yeah, it does. Good, 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 good. Very nice. Our Pelipper has Wide Guard, so if they go for a spread move, we should be set. But if they don't, that could be awkward. We're very low on health here. Yeah, I'm going for the Wide Guard. And a Hurricane into Gardevoir. It is Mega Gardevoir, so it's very likely Hyper Voice coming out. But you could, like, try to call the Wide Guard. And go for, like, Psychic into Dragonite. That would be a good play. I wonder what your speed investment is, because this Dragonite's not, like, slow. Yep, it's Expanding Force. Nice. Oh, yeah, of course, you wouldn't even have Psychic. You might not have a single target move. Hurricane does not do half. Now they have a single target move. So I'm happy to go for Weather Ball at Torkoal. and another Hurricane at Gardevoir here. Like, if you go for Hyper Voice and call that I'm not going to do it, great. But yeah, it's definitely Expanding Force Dragonite here. Good job, Dragonite. You were amazing. Incredible. And now this Weather Ball should dunk on Torkoal, and Skarmory cleans up. Yep. Perfect. And I also have a Poison Jab Sneasler in the back if this Skarmory is somehow not enough. Beautiful. Weather Ball, Iron Head. We're definitely faster than max speed Gardevoir. I guess they could have Vacuum Wave? There's no way that's going to be enough to KO Skarmory, though. They might also get, like, Shadow Sneak? That's even weaker. I don't see anything they could possibly have to get around this. Bonk! Goodbye! Go team! Everything worked together so well. Good game to my opponent. That was a cool team, actually. I respect Expanding Force. It's hard to do these days. Alright, this is Talonflame, Gardevoir, Kingambit, Basculegion, Como-O, and Mousehold. They have a Tailwind component, they have a possible Trick Room component. I imagine it's support Mousehold so that they can set up. Encore, not bad if we can get rid of the Mousehold. Actually, Skarmory ignores Mousehold's redirection. Hang on, that's awesome. Okay, we're using that. Who does Skarmory fear? Talonflame a little bit? We can get our own Tailwind up. That would prevent them from getting a fire move off because we could just launch Rock Slide. Skarmory does great into this squad. Yeah, let's go Whimsicott. That way we get our own Tailwind. Because I guess the fear would be if they just like our Life Orb Flare Blitz or something, they can just knock out Skarmory before we move. Unless we do Tailwind of our own. I guess we could also bring Pelipper for that, but I don't know if I want Pelipper here. Because I like Sneasler here. Good into Kingambit. Good into Mousehold. Can hit Gardevoir really hard. Basculegion. Basculegion's a problem. For that, I think I need Garchomp. This is a pretty bulky Garchomp. Problem is I don't love Garchomp against the rest of the team, but it'll work. It'll work. I mean, we've got moves for everything. We can hit a lot of the team super effective with Garchomp, actually, like half of it. So, it should be fine. Oh, they're a Garchomp tamer. I'm a Garchomp professor now. That's the second professorship I got. Well, this is awesome. We're gonna go Tailwind Rock Slide for sure. Yeah, because Como-O has to watch out. I've got a Moonblast, an Expert Belt Moonblast with its name on it. How much attack investment does this thing have? A lot. Wow. Okay. That'll obliterate it later. We also have Encore for whatever shenanigans they pull. Yeah, I'm happy to Tailwind and try to knock out their Talonflame in one hit. That'll prevent them from going for a fire move into Skarmory. They could go for a flying move into Whimsicott here. Like, that could be their plan, is to trade Tailwind setters here, and then no one gets Tailwind. That is their plan. Okay. Is that gonna KO? Yes, just barely. Alright. Well, if no one has Tailwind, then I'm fine with that. Maybe I could have brought Pelipper just to... Okay, good, we connect. If we missed there, that would have been bad. But our move was just as accurate as theirs, so fair is fair. Alright, their best answer into Skarmory now is... I think they can't use Mousehold to redirect. Gardevoir is scared of it. I guess it would be Basculegion, but I think for now I want to... I mean, yeah, I could bring in Garchomp. Just slam down damage right now while I can Earthquake for free. It is Basculegion. Okay, good call. I mean, what's wrong with Brave Bird Earthquake here? I like it. We know you can't protect Como-O. I doubt you get a KO if you're Scarf Basculegion here. If you let Como-O go down, get a boost to your last... Okay, it is Scarf Basculegion. You're not going to KO Garchomp. Whoo! You can will with a crit! Oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, Life Orb takes me out. That's crazy. Hopefully all that recoil they took plus Rough Skin means I actually get the KO in return with Life Orb Earthquake. Because I'm going down to my own Life Orb here. Because of that crit. Okay, good. It's a 2v1, I will handle that, yeah. I'm not sure who they could have that wants to fight Sneasler Skarmory. Plus we've got a Sash on Sneasler. Gardevoir, perfect. We know you're not Scarf because the Basculegion was Scarf. So we can just... Poison Touch, yep. Yeah, we can just launch our super effective moves. We're both faster than 167, definitely, cool. Because that's the max speed of Mega Gardevoir. You have to know these things. Yeah, this Skarmory is trained to be faster than max speed Garchomp, which is 169. And they form. Yeah, what are you going to do there? Let's go, team. That was a very aggressive match. Oh my goodness. GG. That was fun. Whoa! Whoa! That team is way cooler than mine! I hope they win. Abomasnow, Galarian Slowking, Sylveon. Sylveon's actually kind of meta, boo. Runerigus, I love Runerigus. Quavel, I'm not sure what you're doing there, and Morpeko. Morpeko can fake out. They've got Trick Room possibly on Slowking and Runerigus. I don't really have a way of knocking out Slowking and Runerigus other than... I guess Earthquake would do it, but they could fake out. And then Weather Ball could do Runerigus, but they could fake that out. Would they lead Morpeko for Trick Room? I'm bringing Inner Focus Dragonite. That's a fact. I need to be able to handle that. I think Double Dragon lead might... Double Dragon's weird because they got Abomasnow and Sylveon. Abomasnow and Sylveon. Both of those are threatened by Sneasler, so how about Dragonite Sneasler lead? Faster fake out, a Whirlwind. I need Whirlwind to handle Runerigus. Fake out won't stop that. Yeah. I will bring Skarmory. It's actually got really good offensive typing once I can get rid of Morpeko. And finally... I want to say Pelipper, mostly for the wide guard. But it can also help Dragonite land Hurricanes and turn off their snow if they're trying to do something with snow. Because they've got Abomasnow, which obviously sets snow, both before and after Mega Evolving. But also Slowking has that Chilly Reception pivot move that can set snow. Okay, Runerigus Abomasnow, I can live with this. So I can fake out Abomasnow and Whirlwind the Runerigus so you don't get Trick Room. Do I Mega Evolve my Dragonite? No. I want to save that for Skarmory. I might Mega Evolve my Dragonite if I'm in a position where I need to, but I don't feel any need to right now. Yeah, they protect Abomasnow, they want to get under Trick Room. Makes perfect sense. They also delay their Mega Evolution, which is a little bit awkward, because if they hadn't, and they had gone for Mega Evolution here, I would be safe to bring in Pelipper and go for a Mega Hurricane, for example. But they did just protect Abomasnow, which is great. I think I will protect my Dragonite here. I don't anticipate close combat to be able to one-shot Abomasnow, so I want to go for Poison Jab for the higher poison chance, especially if they switch into, like, Runerigus, maybe. I could see that happening. Yeah, hello, Runerigus. You can have Poison Touch if you want it. Now my question is, do you have Ice Spinner on your Quaquaval? Yeah, give me that Wandering Spirit. That sounds fun. Now give me Moxie. Oh, they are going to give me Moxie. Well, that's cool. I got a Moxie Sneasler. Hang on. I can work with this. Thank you, Wandering Spirit. I'm about to... This will be fun. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're in close combat range, and I can Whirlwind the Runerigus. The problem is... they could possibly just... I didn't get the poison, dang. They could just attack with Runerigus here, knocking out my Sneasler. Well, I still think I need to go for the Whirlwind. And I'll go for a close combat to finish off Quaquaval. I think it would take from here. Ally Switch! Cool play. Did not see that coming. Totally whiffs my close combat, and then you, what, Aqua Step, take out Sneasler? Wave Crash, okay. Very cool play. Might have called that in an open team sheet, but not without. Alright, hello Sylveon. Sylveon I don't really mind. I'm going to go straight to Skarmory and just smack it. Do I go for Whirlwind again? Sylveon can likely take an Iron Head, right? I think I still go for the Whirlwind. Mega Iron Head. I think that's still the play. This is a position where it could be bad if they live the Iron Head, don't flinch, attack with Sylveon, and KO Dragonite from full. But they're not doing all those things, so that's fine. I deny Trick Room for sure, which is all I really care about. You can do whatever you want, Runerigus. Burn my Skarmory. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. We're doing our best here, but it's not easy. Hello, Quaquaval. Did reveal Protect on Dragonite already, but do that in Iron Head Sylveon. I mean, their team is super cool. And they're doing really well with it, so lots of good surprises. Alright, they let me get the Iron Head. 50%? It would have been a roll if the other one would have KO'd. Wave Crash Dragonite. Probably trying to break multi-scale is all. Alright, I'm just gonna click Dragon Pulse into Quaquaval. And go for another Iron Head on Sylveon. Alright, Sylveon just detects anyway. Whatever recoil your Quaquaval takes from Life Orb should put it in Dragon Pulse range. Oh, we're actually faster. Not quite enough, but yeah, Life Orb finishes it off. And you take out Skarmory. Yikes. Yeah, we know you got Moxie, but you're not here anymore, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to lose the Weather War. but it'll be hard for them to get up Trick Room. Hello, Runerigus. I can protect Weather Ball the Runerigus here. I think that's what I want to do. I also have the threat of Wide Guard if they are just going to Hyper Voice stuff. Maybe I should have ripped the Raw Hurricane into Quick Wavel there. Oh no, this is going to be a close endgame. Quick Attack. I'm cool with that. That's a waste of a move. And I think Weather Ball finishes this off. Its special defense is not nearly as good. Oh no! No! That's really bad. That's 3%. Oh, we lose off of that for sure. For sure. Let me go Hurricane, Sylveon, Wide Guard. Hopefully we can catch a Hyper Voice here and do some damage to Sylveon. Poltergeist is going to do a lot. Okay, about a third. And Hyper Beam, we're cooked. GG. Incredible. Really, after that chip, you live on 3%. This is a decently strong Pelipper, too. Wow. Incredible. Poltergeist can miss. So we'll have to count on that and try to take out Sylveon here. That's doing so much damage. Oh, it doesn't even take out Sylveon. Definitely a Hyper Beam incoming. Good game. I'm out of here. That was a really cool team. Runerigus, Abomasnow, Quaquavel. GG. Alright, here is a Trick Room team with Staraptor. What's Staraptor's base HP? Staraptor. Base 85. And Dragonite, base 91. But we have not enough. Okay. we could get knocked out by that. Great. We need to worry about Final Gambit. Fake Out is hard to use. I'm gonna go with Garchomp. How about Garchomp Dragonite? I think I definitely need Pelipper for Wide Guard and anti-Torkoal shenanigans. Is this a Skarmory game? Skarmory's pretty good into the Mawile. I will bring Skarmory. I'm going to flex who I Mega Evolve in this one, though. Alright, 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 alright. Farigiraf Sneasler. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we can just Earthquake for some big damage. And Whirlwind your Farigiraf for no Trick Room. Maybe you just attack with Farigiraf, but like, this works. I'm so glad it wasn't Staraptor, because this Dragonite is trained to be 1 point less in HP than Staraptor has. So if you use this team, consider putting 2 more points on Dragonite's HP so that it can live a final gambit. Helping Hand from this Farigiraf into Sneasler. That's crazy. Is that going to KO? This is a bulky Garchomp. It does! Wow! Were you Sash or White Herb? Life Orb! Oh, no wonder that KOs. Yo, okay. Gotcha. Well then. We have made no progress. Hello, Torkoal. Alright, you know what this tells me? This tells me it's Mega Dragonite time. Take advantage of this offense. Just go for a Weather Ball into Torkoal. Mega Evolve Hurricane to Sneasler. Yeah, Torkoal's gonna swap, but we're gonna get some damage on Farigiraf. Yeah, so you're never gonna get Trick Room up. There's too much damage potential coming at you. Rock Slide from Life Orb. Sneasler does hurt. But Dragonite's multi-scale is fantastic. You know, if it gets a flinch, that could change things. Alright, we take out the Sneasler at least. If we get no damage on Farig, I guess that's not the end of the world because we still have the Whirlwind strat to block Trick Room. That's damage. We'll take it. Here's a little bit awkward, because, like, you know I want to double the Farigiraf. So you have to attack with Mawile. How about I Weather Ball your Mawile? And Hurricane Farigiraf. Is Hurricane going to be enough to take the Farigiraf from here? Farigiraf's crazy. It just protects. That is fine, I think? We lose the Weather War, but we get big damage on your Mawile. Really big damage. Rock Slide? That's... Oh, it misses! Whoa, it double misses. That's probably not fair. I don't think that was a fair situation there. Yeah. Let's Weather Ball Farigiraf and Hurricane Farigiraf. Alright, they take out Pelipper, but we still get our Hurricane into Farig. Which is enough. Okay, we should be okay, I think? Skarmory has Sturdy and should be strong enough to take out Mawile from here, even though we don't Mega Evolve it. Dragon Pulse into Torkoal will be fantastic. Yeah, I think Iron Head takes it out. What's Skarmory's attack stat here? 132? So that's base 80? It's kind of weak. But it's only 24%. It should be fine. Dragon Pulse for some consistent damage into the Torkoal. Sucker Punches. No way that takes out Dragonite. Dragon Pulse probably does half. 69%. We'll take it. As long as this KOs. Good. Yeah, we're fine. Eruption would be super weak here. Heat Wave maybe is what you go for. That's your best play. But we live on Sturdy. Plus Dragonite can finish with Dragon Pulse. If you get a double burn here, and then protect 2 turns to take out the Dragonite. Alright, not a double. What's stronger? Rock Slide is 150. Brave Bird's stronger. Okay, yeah. It still could have been a triple protect to take out Dragonite, live a hit from Skarmory, but yeah, that was over. GG. Sorry about that Rock Slide dodge. That was crazy. Alright, we're back. This felt more like an Inner Focus Whirlwind showcase than a Skarmory showcase, but this was a ton of fun. Cool teams all around. We fought so many cool teams. Wow. Thank you very much, Aquamoth, once again for creating this team, and thank you for watching. If you liked, leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.